Material for the civil jet and the fighter jet are very different. For the civil jet, the safety, comfortability has to also to be economic, also competitive. You have to sell on the market. But for the fighter jet, which has, I think, has to the speed, maneuverability, sort of controllability or whatever, they are of the most concern. So the design are quite different.
We can see on our screen right here a Chinese-made aircraft, the L-15 from the AIC. Let's talk a bit about that. The L-15 from the AVIC.
Yeah, that is also actually, that is also one of the latest trainer jet from the Chinese industry.
From the Aviation Industry Corporation of China, of course. Yeah. Where is that based? Where are these aircraft designed and assembled here in China?
Well, in China there are several bases. One in Xi'an is one of the major bases. Xi'an, Shanghai, Chengdu. I think we saw lots of J-10, Xiaolong are all from Chengdu. I think this is actually from a place called Nanchang.
I mean, it's beautiful when you look at it. I mean, it's a stunning piece of machinery. Can we look at the nose over there? I'm sure people at home will be asking, what is that? What is that protruding from the nose of the aircraft?
Well, that's the antenna.
For the guiding purposes?
Yeah, for the communication or whatever.
But we don't usually see this, or we do usually see this on military aircraft in that particular position?
Well, it has to be somewhere. And
more typically, where do we find it?
Yeah.
On a military plane? On
the military, it is often in the nose. Often in the nose, because in the nose, snow disturbances of other components of the aircraft. Okay. Oh, take off.
How good is that lift?
Very good. Very good. You see the angle. The angle. You see this angle. This angle we call it the angle of attack. Is very large. Very large.
I think in under 10 seconds it took off and went up at a 90-degree angle.
Very stable. You see. Yeah, this is the latest China jet. All this complicated movement actually had to be studied in the design process, whether this aircraft can do this or not. So because all this, the aircraft flies in air. Oh, okay.
It's incredible, as you said. It looks so light. I mean, it shouldn't be called a fighter jet. It should be called something like a feather jet. It looks so light. It looks like it's just flowing through the sky like a piece of ribbon or something like that. But I mean, how heavy are these aircrafts, would you imagine?
I would imagine 10 tons.
10 tons for a single one of these?
Yeah. Well, actually, that's light. If for the jet emission, it also has to take many weapons. So they take off. The weight is like more than 10 tons. But actually, these are what you can call the lighter jet.
We're watching this on our screen and it doesn't look as half as fast as I'm sure it would look in person. What kind of speeds are these planes capable of?
I think they are all capable of supersonic speed.
And in hard numbers, what would you be? In hard numbers, what is a supersonic speed?
Supersonic speed, we technically we use the Mach numbers. Mach number is for Mach number 1. It means the speed is at the sonic speed, the speed of sound in the air, which is about 330 meters per second. So more than that, then we call supersonic speed.
If you just tuned in, we are live at the AirShow China 2010, which is in Zhuhai, in the southern Chinese province of Guangdong. Of course, it's not just a military show, although we are seeing the best of the displays here on the opening day of this 6-day event. Of course, it's very much has a commercial entity to it as well. Lots of buyers from the large manufacturers and from various different countries down on the ground, and they'll be going, I hear, a 1 million square meter site spread across 3 halls, and it sounds incredible, but of course you wouldn't expect anything less with not just scores and scores of fighter planes here in Zhuhai, but also the very, very large A380. And we're seeing the L-15 from the Aviation Industry Corporation of China coming in to land over there. It just sort of places itself on the tarmac after all that. Give us your assessment of what you saw.
Excellent. This is the show. You see, it's like dancing in the air. Very beautiful. And
coming to a very smooth and gradual stop, but in a very short space of time over here.
Yeah, you see, it comes down very smoothly, and it's not like well, of course, the trainer jet is designed to have a very good performance because it is for training the pilots. It's in the morning when J-10 comes down, it sort of has to jack a parachute. So, but here you can see it comes down quite slowly, quite nicely.
Well, right now we have the benefit of seeing some relatively close-up pictures of this plane when it emerges behind this building. That's right here. What is that protrusion right in the middle at the top?
It's top. Well, that's for the pilots. the room for the
behind
pilots.
Behind that, there is something there.
You mean the tail? Or?
Yeah, between the tail and the pilot's area.
Okay, that's a brake. I think that's the aircraft has to slow down. The air brake.
Well, it's quite incredible. The L-15 over there joins here in our studio is Professor Fu Song from Tsinghua University here in Beijing.